What is it that I'm seeing on his phone?
On his phone? Like people downtown. You guys, if you're looking, news feeds and stuff like.
No, remember I did my deep dive, scholar dive.
Right. Your scholar dive would say, like, this is what you get from your scholar, because you also got a margin of success of 1 with the 15 roll. There's no major fault line underneath Lima, we'll say. Now, this is me saying this. I don't know for sure if there actually is, but in Jared's world,
the geobabble that we need when we get there retroactively.
Right.
The editor will
but
come
there's
back
no
in and rewrite that
under Lima, Peru.
But it's not supposed to happen this way. That's what I'm hearing,
yes,
right?
Exactly. Or not yet. But the epicenter was in the city. Excellent. That's basically what you know in the first 5 minutes of this situation.
Excellent. So I'll say to Xenophon in English, which is, I suspect, the only language that we actually share.
Right. No, you guys, if you guys are in Lima, I'm going to say you guys all speak Spanish. I'm going to say, you guys.
Think I speak Spanish well enough to get Jello shots.
Fair enough. How about the rest? Because if you guys want to, you guys,
How do you learn languages? Is it based off your scholar skill? Is it based off?
Yeah.
What do you know?
I would assume that you guys all speak a language in common, whatever that language is. It doesn't matter to me. You guys.
Ancient Greek.
Communicate.
Whatever it is, I'm going to say to Xenophon, you've probably tripped off a few dark web indicator signals. Sorry about that. And
not again.
Therefore, I'm going to say as Ditto's gesturing, and I'm knowing Ditto, I'll say, so it's the it's right downtown too, right?
Yes, that's where we should be going. People obviously need help.
I wonder how the roads will be. I would imagine the cars are crap.
Yeah, this is not.
Yeah, but I would imagine
so good. All right.
I think we may be. How far are we from the city center?
Well, the university I just looked up. It's not that far as Google Maps is concerned.
That's the crow.
Basically, there's one major road that runs through it from the university all the way through downtown toward the beach.
Let's head down that road.
Okay. You guys probably get about 5 miles, and then it is just choked with cars. There's emergency vehicles. Basically, the police are telling people, basically trying to get people not to go downtown. So you probably got past one checkpoint because it wasn't that big a deal. But as you guys are progressing, they are starting to realize what the situation is. And it gets to the point where you guys get to a point where you cannot go downtown on this road. You have to go around, and they're telling people like, yeah, you can't go downtown. It's, it's a disaster. Downtown, cannot go downtown. And as you guys are driving there, and basically you guys are talking to a police officer right now, maybe, who's directing you guys to move, take this road. In the background, you guys just see a building just kind of like collapsing on itself, explosion, fire into the sky.
Holy crap.
Helicopters.
Lima.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay. Well, shit.
I'll say.
Right. I've got a jump ring. We can use it.
Reading. I want to know what this cop knows. What's actually happening.
Okay. Give me a roll. Actually, give me an investigation roll plus your perception plus your levels of mind reading.
Oh, okay.
This guy has 5 points of knowledge that you need to get out of him, but
okay.
And your roll is going to be minus.
How well I did, but with adding up everything, roll plus all that gives me a 4 plus 1 plus 9, 17. Wait, that can't be right.
Did you get doubles on the roll?
19. I got to add my perception. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
Level plus perception plus investigation plus this roll gives us a 19.
Okay, so minus 5, because that's the difficulty of reading this guy's mind. So you got a total of, was that 14?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know that this guy in his head is exploding. He is freaking out. Basically, downtown is a disaster. They're calling in, military forces. They have to get some type of government involved here because, he, in his mind, he's like, okay, I got to do my job. Got to be cool. As you're reading his mind, I need to, my brother said he's getting my family to safety. This is really bad. It's really bad downtown. He doesn't know exactly what's going on downtown, but he knows it's really bad. And he knows, like, in his mind, he's like, I got to keep it cool. I don't want to panic anyone. But in his mind, he's thinking of his family and that the downtown is just, it's on fire. It's there's a disaster downtown. That's what you get from his mind.
Go home to your family.
He looks at you. He's like, no, they're safe. I got to do my job here. He says, just keep on down that road. Don't go down, St. Javier's. Don't even try to go downtown. If you have family downtown, don't worry about them. We have first responders. He gives you basically the line. As he's sitting there with beads of sweat, pouring off of his head.
No, I'll turn to them and say, it's they're calling in all the federal services they can. It's
there's helicopters going overhead.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
All right.
I'll just nod at him. Continue to go downtown.
Well, you can't. Are you driving past the cordon?
No, they've got access blocked off apparently. All right.
Yes. Well, so you're basically just running the blockade and going.
Well, can we? I mean, it's a way to kind of go maybe down an alley, like go around them. Like I want to still get down.
It's one of those situations, like like when you're trying to get past the parade or whatever. Like remember that one time Pence was in town and we took every road possible to get across town and couldn't until it was over. Like we drove down so many back streets.
Got it.
But it's kind of like that.
We're gonna have to be a little more. I don't want to like tussle with cops at this point. I gotta save. So
yes.
So.
Karen, yes, sir. Xenophon.
And I was in the back kind of thing. I have this gesture to the thing I'm wearing as an armlet at the moment. It looks like a piece of archaic looking jewelry. Is it? It can open a portal to downtown.
Oh, for Christ's sake! I don't say that in Thai. I say an equivalent and not particularly reverent phrase in Thai. And right.
Son of a chicken goat. Yeah.
No, it could well be a derived form of Christianity, but equal.
Probably some kind of weird syncretism, or it could just be Christ's sake, just as a term.
Yeah. Who knows? Okay, so should you and I'll give the kind of
and we can I pull the ring off. It's the Angelos jump ring, so I can spin it and open up a portal. I don't know how big the portal is, Jerry. Is it big enough for multiple?
It's big enough to walk through. Yeah.
We drive through it if we want to.
Yeah.
Or would be better off leaving the car here, maybe.
Look like? Huh? The jump rings, in my mind, the jump rings have always looked like. Remember what the criminals were kept in Superman, that ring that was spun, and it would kind of like do this. The ring that the three of the criminals were standing in, that one ring that they just kind of just made rotate, but it looked like it was doing this. But yeah, it's just basically a ring you spin, and it just opens up, essentially a boom tube to where you're going.
Are you going to give us that or not?
Do you know what? We may not want to. We might want to leave the car here where it's safe rather than get it crushed by a building.
Because there's
Ditto is kind of hot.
It's a car. All right.
Yeah, but depending on the size of the car, you can
piloting through the boom tube. You understand, right?
Yeah. It's not always accurate, so we may not want to. Direction is sometimes a problem.
Blah blah blah. Reward. Come on, Ditto. Let's do it. Let's get it.
You're gonna try to drive the car through it.
Okay. Take it off. As I said, in my version, it's an larger armlet and spin it as appropriately.
And it opens up, and on the other side, you guys see fire, mayhem, screaming, sirens, smoke. It's just this portal opened up.
You know, we've spent 5 miles trying to get there. Can we stop and go?
Yeah. You guys drive through as you guys see a couple rats running back through the portal in the opposite direction.
And
it's great.
And as we drive through, I just casually mention, this thing, by the way, has a huge recharge cycle. So, we lost Jerry.
Jerry.
His internet was looking kind of sucky there for a while anyway. So, anyway, as we drive through, I just kind of mention, this thing has a huge recharge time, just letting you know.
Like 24 hours, kind of has to.
We're going to be down here for a bit.
We can probably get one more shot out of it, but we can't do any mass evacuations, which is what I'd love to do. But
so one of my disadvantages is my cat. So I'm probably pretty fretting about the cat back at the apartment or
God dang you.
yard.
And a cat, I can't abide. I can't abide.
That's not that's not like your relationship with the cat.
It's very.
Yeah.
It's my cat. You get very upset. I'm one of those people.
You know what?
You're like,
this cat's gonna be more than a cat. So this is what happens. You guys come through, and then we go into what's called an event. Basically, an event is an abstraction of what you guys are doing to solve this problem downtown. You know what I mean? So it's basically, and it's played in 3 phases. So you guys basically take your Pantheon's attributes and whatever your guys' actions, kind of the way we did with the agenda, and you guys have to get a certain amount of points per phase, and it plays out in 3 phases. So it's basically like if there's like, essentially, let me describe the scene to you. Buildings are starting to topple. Where you guys are at, you guys can see there's a huge sinkhole where there was a building. And there's just debris around this building. There's fire, there's gas lines that are exploding. And there are buildings that are kind of listing, and maybe 1 or 2 are kind of leaning on another building. So the first part of this phase is called Bedlam in the Streets, okay? And basically it has a difficulty of 10. And the difficulty actually starts to climb as you guys go through the phases. So in the first phase, what is Fearstrike doing?
Well, I would like to focus less on toppling buildings, which aren't really my forte.
Right.
And I am going to practice crowd control. I am going
Fantastic.
to practice, I want massive obedience from all and sundry. And according to my power, I can generate an aura of terror that spreads outward as far as my AVs, which is 7. And so I don't know what the 7 what's.
I will tell you what 7 means. But okay, so yeah, that's what you're doing. You are basically trying to move people in a direction that will make them not die. Where is my AV chart? I had one in here. Did I just throw it away?
Opening it up here.
So that's what you're doing.
And I can opt not to affect my pals.
Okay.
But it is not a directed you thing. It is an aura that extends outward all around. And so in the context of that, I'm telling people what to do. Does that mean I roll? Now, this thing says that I roll to fearify people.
Yes, but
I have to roll MR.
It will be, well, no. What you're going to roll is your authority of your guys' Pantheon.
Oh, that's right, because
plus your fear power.
Right. Authority. Yes. So 4 plus 7, and then I add this roll, right?
Right, minus 10. So whatever you got, minus 10.
Right. Well, okay. So plus 11 minus 10. So I'm going to.
So you got a plus 1.
Right.
Yep.
Wow, I am rolling like gangbusters. I roll a double 8, and that plus 1 gives me a 17.
Okay. Would you like to continue on?
When I re-roll, what does it do? Does it add?
It does, but this is the catch. If you roll double ones, the whole roll counts as a 0. So you can stop and keep your 17. I like it. Go for it. So you've got a 17.
That's a 1% chance.